Okay, let's just dive right into this explainer. Today, we're going to unlock the secrets to finding public and court records in Aiken County. And the absolute best part? We are doing it without spending a single dime.
So, have you ever struggled to find court records in Aiken County? I mean, if you've ever hit a paywall, stumbled onto one of those shady third-party subscription sites, or just gotten totally lost in a bureaucratic maze trying to find local records, well, you are definitely not alone. It's incredibly frustrating, right?
But today we're going to fix that. We'll reveal a step-by-step guide to access them online for free. Whether you're doing serious legal research, digging deep into your family's genealogy, or maybe just verifying some property details, we are totally bypassing those fee-based sites. The sources outlined a direct, cost-effective roadmap to get these records straight from the actual legal custodian. Here is our agenda for today. 1. Aiken's decentralized court system. 2. Searching the public index. 3. Traffic tickets and citations. 4. Probate and property records. 5. Troubleshooting and in-person access. And finally 6. Privacy ethics and disclaimers.
Section 1. Aiken's decentralized court system. Navigating the maze. So the core issue you're going to discover right away is that Aiken County doesn't just have one giant filing cabinet for everything. It's kind of like a puzzle. Records are divided across multiple, entirely separate agencies. The clerk of court handles civil and criminal matters on the SC Public Index. Family court has its own FCMS portal. The probate court handles estates over on the SC Probate Net. And the Register of Deeds manages property through the ROD document search. Because of this, the very first thing you absolutely must do is identify the exact legal custodian of the record before you even begin your search.
Section 2. Searching the Public Index, your primary portal. For most civil and criminal inquiries, you're going to start by navigating directly to the South Carolina Judicial Branch Public Index. When you land there, you'll be greeted by a mandatory disclaimer that you have to accept. And hey, keep in mind a few quick technical requirements here. Your browser has to have cookies enabled, JavaScript enabled, and you absolutely must turn on pop-up exceptions for this site. If you don't, you literally won't be able to view the full case details. But once you're in, you can easily filter your search by party name, case number, or attorney.
Now here's a really fascinating advanced search trick from the sources. If you're searching for a name that has multiple spellings, use a % sign. It acts as a wildcard. It helps capture phonetic matches and variant spellings, basically supercharging your search. Oh, and if you already have the exact alphanumeric case number, just type that in directly to completely bypass the name index. It takes you straight to the active litigation or case timeline.
Section 3. Traffic tickets and citations, summary courts.
So, if you're trying to pay or check on a minor offense, like a speeding ticket, you have to follow a very specific 3-step protocol on the online payment portal. First up, county validation. You need to select Aiken County, or if the ticket was issued by a town, select that specific municipality. Second, string formatting. You'll input the exact ticket number and the defendant's last name. And third, docket cross-reference. If you actually lost the ticket, don't panic. You can find the ticket number by going back to the main public index, selecting the Summary Courts tab, and just searching your name.
I really cannot stress this next part enough. Format exactly. 2024-23-51-1705-70 is correct. Putting a space in there makes it invalid. The system is highly sensitive to spacing. If you enter any spaces between your letters and numbers, it's going to instantly trigger a "no records found" error. You gotta type those alphanumeric characters as one continuous string. A single space will ruin the whole shebang, so definitely double-check your typing.
Section 4. Probate and property records, estates to real estate.
As outlined in the official requirements, the probate court handles incredibly sensitive and detailed files. We're talking estates, wills, guardianships, and marriage licenses. Now, the online South Carolina Probate Index is fantastic because it shows you case statuses and filing dates completely for free, but it doesn't actually give you the document images online. For those full document copies, like reading an actual will, you're going to need to contact the probate court directly.
Now here is a really important distinction you need to understand. In a lot of places, these records are just lumped together. But Aiken is actually one of only 6 South Carolina counties with an elected Register of Deeds. What does that mean for you? It means property files, deeds, mortgages, land transactions dating all the way back to 1872 are kept completely separate from probate matters. You'll search for those property records on the county-specific Register of Deeds search portal, not the state judicial site.
Section 5. Troubleshooting and in-person access, overcoming roadblocks.
You know, sometimes the internet just doesn't have exactly what you need.
Because home addresses are heavily redacted online for privacy reasons, you might find a civil case but not be able to verify if it's the actual person you're looking for. So here's a great insider tip. You can visit the physical courthouse. They have free public lobby terminals where you can view complete, unredacted civil document files that just aren't available from your living room. The same goes for criminal general sessions documents and full family court files. Those require an in-person visit, so staff can physically pull them for you.
And if you're digging deep into the past, I've got an amazing workaround for you. You can completely bypass geographical limits and those expensive subscriptions by jumping on the Abbey Regional Library's Wi-Fi. Seriously, just by being connected to their network, even sitting in your car in the parking lot, you get free access to premium databases with over 20 billion genealogical records. And for really old historical research, like estates between 1873 and 1903, you'll want to check out the South Carolina Department of Archives and History. Oh, and remember, you can always submit FOIA requests for other county records.
A quick note on costs here. While searching those online indexes and using the courthouse lobby terminals is totally free, physical printed copies often cost money. For example, the sheriff's office charges a flat $10 fee for printed incident reports. But, and this is an important exception, if you are the victim of the crime, you get a copy of that report entirely for free just by showing your ID.
Section 6. Privacy, ethics, and disclaimers. Playing by the rules.
When you log on to the state's judicial portal, you are agreeing to some strict mandatory terms of service, and these explicitly prohibit automated site-scraping software and data harvesting. It is absolutely crucial that we all use the state's judicial resources ethically. This is what keeps these portals free and functional for everyone. So please, no bots, and don't try to download the entire county database on a random Tuesday afternoon.
And on that note, here is our required disclaimer. Please keep in mind that throughout this explainer, we're simply providing a roadmap on how to access records based on the source material. This is offering valuable insights, but it is for educational and informational purposes only. It is definitely not a substitute for professional legal advice. If you have specific inquiries or you're involved in active litigation, for sure consult a licensed legal professional.
So with all these free tools now at your fingertips, what forgotten history or crucial truth will you uncover in Aiken County today? You've got the complete roadmap to mastering this decentralized system. You know the tricks, you know the portals, and you know exactly where to go when the online trail goes cold. I challenge you to get out there, apply what you've learned today, and dive into the public record. Let us know what you discover in the comments below. Keep learning and happy searching.